Newslink's Colton Howard was there to find out the men's team's outlook on the upcoming season.
The Ball State men's basketball team is preparing for hopefully another strong season, but Coach Whitford knows that doing this in the MAC conference won't be easy.
I think the conference will be like the MAC always is. It'll be really competitive. And you have a lot of teams that can win it. One of the things, the disparities or the differences in our conference and most conferences is you don't have, like in Big Ten football, you got Ohio State's tradition against Northwestern's tradition, and there's just such a gap, not to say that Northwestern can't be better than Ohio State, but there's such a gap in kind of the history of the programs. Our conference is unique in that way, is that you really don't have it, from top to bottom. You don't have that program that you look at, boy, they're always like great, and these other ones that you say, boy, they're not usually very good. It's very balanced, and always has been ever since I started in the league.
To create that separation in the MAC conference, returning players like junior guard Taylor Persons will have to lead the way.
I think I just got to be somebody that my team can count on every day, with leadership, with whatever they need. I just got to bring it to the table offensively and defensively.
The Cardinals have one goal in mind this season, and that's to be a team people are talking about when March rolls around.
And I think for us to be able to raise our profile, I think that's really important for us to do.
In Muncie, I'm Colton Howard, Newslink, Indiana.
Welcome back to Newslink, Indiana. I'm Colton Howard with sports. Yorktown's Tigers volleyball team is continuing a dominant season next week against an equally strong Zionsville team. Newslink's Andrew Sanders went out to Yorktown to discuss the team's postseason hopes. All right, thanks, Andrew. The first round is set for this Saturday at 12 p.m. at Muncie Central High School. Over in Carmel, Ball State's men's golf team wrapped up the final round of the Crooked Stick Invitational. Boasting a competitive 12-team field, Ball State was looking to climb out of 9th place in the final 18 holes. However, the Cardinals couldn't make their last day a good one, shooting 14 over par as a team. There were some highlights from one player on the team. Despite a triple bogey on his first hole of the final round, Michael Macris finished 2 over and tied for 14th. Head coach Mike Fleck would like all of his players to play at the level Macris did over these past few days. He says in order for the team to compete in the final 2 tournaments before the offseason, he'll need more consistent plays from more of his players.
We can't get it done with just one guy playing well. We have to have, 3, 4 guys playing well together in order for us to be good. And, we've just been struggling with that concept of putting, a handful of rounds together at the same time.
As we get deeper, into the month of October, we start to wrap up a lot of these fall sports. Golf is in their final 2 tournaments of the season, and girls volleyball, high school girls volleyball, is already in regional play. Can you guys believe that?
Honestly, that is crazy that this has gone by so quickly. Fall sports for me usually go by a little bit slower because I go to a lot of events, but this year I wasn't able to make it to a lot, so I'm hoping to attend more, and everyone else should too.
That's right, and here we are already in the midst of homecoming. We have a big game up against Central Michigan. It feels like Cardinal sports has just been flying by.
It has been, but huge game this weekend, and plus it's homecoming. With all the festivities coming up this week, it's a game you don't want to miss.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Colton. After the break,
George drops back, finds Bell down the middle. Bell shakes off a couple, now heads up to 20, down the sideline. He's at the 10. He runs in, colliding at the end zone, and they're going to give it to him. Touchdown, Warren Central. Ball in the 35.
Both teams accumulating some penalties that they definitely did not want in the opening half of the opening game for their season.
Tate rolling off to his left. Tate looking to throw the football. He gets stuck in the backfield, and this could be ugly for him. He strips off one throw and gets it off to an open receiver. That's David Bell running across the field. Somehow brings it out to the 40. He's at the 30. No one around him at the 10, and he will just trot it in for his second touchdown of the game. Somehow, some way, Warren Central turning that in from a huge loss to a huge gain. 3rd and 2nd. Elliott taking the snap. Elliott will just run it in untouched into the end zone to make this a 20-0 lead for the Warriors, and that was beautifully executed in the Wildcat formation. Penalty that pushes them back even farther than what they were. Now 2nd and 17. Ball back on their side of the field on the 47.
The important part is that you're going to be there for that.
Hand off to the freshman Steele. Steele gets some room, makes a couple miss, stumbles, gets tripped up, and falls just short of the first down. Steele in the backfield with more, though, and they hand it back off to Steele. Steele powers it through the middle, enough to get the first down and move the chains. New set of down for the Trojans and what looks like a new life for this team.
It's just been some hard-earned running yards from Center Grove.
And from the sideline, Jacob Keith just came back into the game. Watch him, and a huge break-off from Steele. And Steele gets some open room. The freshman is now moving from the 30 to the 20 to the 10. Is he going to get caught up with? And he is brought down right before the end zone. And now Center Grove kicks it off. Luke Ector sends it back to about the 10-yard line. Received by the Warriors. And now a huge hole. And he gets off to the races. That is Randy Wells. Randy Wells bringing it down the sideline. He gets to the 10, and he gets tripped up right before he can break into the end zone. Brought down right about the 7-yard line. Touchdown saver by the Trojans. Taylor stepping up, the senior, week 1. Moore rolls out to his right. He has the open receiver and Holt, throws it up for him, and he's able to snag it and bring it down, and that's a touchdown for the Trojans, making this a 3-point ball game.
What a ball game we have for you tonight, folks. Can you believe it? Under 5 minutes, and the Trojans have started to claw their way almost all the way back. It is a 27-24 ball game.
Missner in the shotgun. Hands it off to James. They're going with James on this 3rd down and 6. Jay is able to shed one tackle. He gets the first down. He heads down the line, and he is pushed out of bounds, but not until he was able to get the first down and more. And now they're on the Giants side of the field to get a first down. 12 for a touchdown. Taylor takes the snap. He's scrambling. He finds a hole. It's a foot race, and he's going to win it. Taylor runs into the end zone, and that's going to be a touchdown for the Giants. 28-14. 4th and 4. What do you do when your back's against the wall and you have to get a first down? Taylor rifles it up the middle, and he makes the pass. Tunstall comes up with it, and that'll be a first down. The clock's still ticking. That was handed to Person. Person off to the left. He has some space. He's at the 20, 15, 10, and he is pushed out of bounds within the 10-yard line. Looks like he landed at about the 8. Reese Taylor fakes the handoff, rolls off to his right. He finds a wide open receiver and Tunstall, and that is another Ben Davis touchdown, and this game is starting to get out of hand. 42-14, Giants lead. Meissner lines up. James is behind him. They give it to James, who's been doing it all night. He reaches for it. Are they going to give it to him? And they give it to him. Touchdown, Avon. 43-20. Moore with the snap. Hands it off to his go-to guy, Steele, who is swallowed in the backfield. And that'll bring up a loss of 1 to start this game. Moore lining up in that wing T formation. Hands the ball off to Steele. Steele to the right side. He evades the runner, slips a tackle, and he's pushing down the sideline. He gets to the 20. He has a defender right behind him, and he is pushed out of bounds. No! He will be pushed into the end zone. Will they give it to him? It's important to remember that there is a flag back at the 50.
And it looks like they are huddling up, trying to determine. I think they're bringing it back.
The Giants already on Trojan side of the field. Taylor lines up. He throws it up, and that's going to be incomplete. The intended target on that one was Henderson. However, Henderson met head-on with that collision, and the ball is going to fall. Back in the shotgun, he has 3 receivers to his right, 1 to his left, and he hands it off to Adams. Adams with a hole, and he breaks through, and he's up to the 40-yard line. What an explosive run. Taylor looking to pass. He rolls out to his left. Cross body, he makes the connection. That pass was to Henderson, and Henderson is able to step out of bounds right at the 12-yard line. Taylor rolls to his left. He keeps it for himself, designed for a quarterback run. And that's going to be enough to get a first down. That brings up first down and goal.
That was similar to the play he scored on in the first quarter.
Clock's continuing to run. 6 minutes and 40 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Taylor throws it to Adams, and Adams just trots into the end zone untouched for the Ben Davis Giants. Second touchdown of the game. Ben Davis looking to extend this drive. Taylor drops back under pressure, evades the tackle, steps up on the run, throws the football, and he is able to hit Hoskins on the sideline, and Hoskins gets out of bounds. Clutch catch right at the 40-yard line. And Taylor is looking to put his team in cruise control and hopefully cruise to a victory. But now before he can pass to Tunstall and get a first down and extend this drive, Taylor looking to take the snap. 9:15 left to go here in the game. Taylor immediately rolls out to his right. He throws the end zone. He's thinking end zone. He's thinking touchdown, and he has it.
He has it.
That one to Henderson.
Taquan Henderson, senior wide receiver.
Taylor in that pistol formation lofts it up, climbs the ladder, and that'll be Thompson with the touchdown. Climbed the ladder and brought it down, and that is Reese Taylor's 4th touchdown of the night. Welcome back to the MIC Network. As you can see there on the screen, Ben Davis celebrating the win as they've come to the south side, taking care of business, and got a substantial win over the Trojans, 40-7. Welcome back. I'm Colton Howard. To my left, Mr. Jim Nelson. Jim, we were in for a heck of a game, and we got it.
Colton, Ben Davis didn't disappoint. Center Grove, a little young. They'll grow from this game. They'll learn. But Ben Davis has a group of as sure-handed of receivers as you're going to imagine. And they've got a senior quarterback in Reese Taylor who is as good as any quarterback in the state of Indiana. He made the throws. His receivers made the catches. And they were able to do what they wanted when they wanted on the field.